everybody, we rocking with the Barbie merch. Hello everybody, welcome back to Enter the Underground, a channel where I hope to bring out and shine some light on some underground artists and albums. I'm your host Daniel, and today we are looking at the 2024 album by Jaxon Mune, Running Man. I just want to quickly say that I'm not an expert in music or musical theory, and as of this point I'm purely just a consumer. The following review is solely my opinion. You are entitled to your own opinion, and I highly suggest that you listen to this album yourself so you can give it your own proper review. Before getting to the video, if you guys could do me a huge favor and consider liking and subscribing the video. It could do a whole lot if we can create a community where we can come together and share some underground albums and some underground artists, and we can all grow together as a result. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So before I listened to this album, I didn't have many expectations. I thought it could have been an interesting listen because I found out through him when he was marketing his own music through his TikTok. So originally me and my buddy Christian actually listened to this entire album front to back in a car. But since I've listened to this album countless times, either being with my AirPod Pros or my Sony XM5s. The atmosphere of an album is one of the most crucial parts of an album. The atmosphere is usually built up through skits or the tone of the album. But for such a short album like this, there's only 10 songs, it can be quite challenging for someone to relate to it or to feel like fully immersed in the album itself. The only part that I can kind of consider it to be a skit is at the end of Runberg, which is the first song on the album. It's a clip of a news broadcast talking about someone in Austin that they refer to as Running Man. The album feels coherent and it all fits together. It reminds you of a problem I had with Lil Tecca's album from last year, where all the songs kind of got all mushed together and they weren't really that remarkable in my opinion. They weren't that memorable, would be a better word for it. But Jaxon actually masters the feeling of the connectivity between the songs, and it's more similar to Let's Start Here by Lil Yachty in the sense that it feels like a connected album instead of a bunch of assorted songs that are just has a transition in between the two of them. The meaning of Running Man is something that I often thought about after my first listen or my countless listens after. Instead of wondering what it might be, I actually have a clip from Jackson's TikTok.
If you like Aaron May, Isaiah Rashad, Mick Jenkins, Saba. Anyway, I made this jazz rap project called Running Man, and he asked what's the meaning behind it. It has multiple meanings. To sum it up, it's about how everybody's running from something, trying to get somewhere, either to make it out, you know what I'm saying, escape poverty, escape trauma, mental illness, you know, in a healthy or unhealthy way. There's also another meaning behind it. In my hometown, there was this man who used to stay like in the hood for real. Near where I grew up, on this one street corner. He used to just run around this street corner, beatboxing, shadow boxing, just cheesing, bro, trying to brighten people's day. And I just thought he was on crack. I thought he was on crack. It was the hood. But I heard his story. He went through a bunch of like crazy stuff, went to a psych ward, had like this vision where he needed to be like helping people and brightening people's day. So he said, all right, I'm gonna go on this street corner. If I don't do nothing with my life, I'm gonna make people's days better. And that kind of inspired the album as well, you know.
Lyricism and resonance is one of the most important parts of reviewing or enjoying a record. In the first song, Runberg, there has some interesting lyrics at the start of the song.
Caught up in this dialogue, can't go to sleep. And I don't like this monologue I wrote for me. Voices in my ear from lower places took a hold of me. Shit, they may have a hold of me still.
The first thing I thought of when I heard this song was the feeling of self-doubt that Jaxon might have felt when he was making this album. The voices in my ears from lower places can symbolize negative influences from Jaxon, from maybe people in his life at the time when he was making this album. The final line that they might still be holding me still shows that there might still be a difficulty in getting rid of these influences that are affecting him and his music. On the song So, the chorus reads,
What you getting in this life is what you sow. I've been moving slow, dreading to the day it show, to a show. Seeing through these lines and trouble acts, the way to fear big, seeking through my...
Another song where I really resonated with the lyrics was the song So. I interpreted the lyrics as Jaxon talking about the concept of reaping what you sow, the feeling of the outcome in life is just a result of your own actions. The line, I have been moving slow, threading till the day it shows, suggests that he's just moving through these outcomes in his life. The final bars in the chorus shows us that there is a sense of fear that is impacting his life, and his music making process. Jaxon's inability to relax shows us how prominent or persistent this fear is in his life. The lyrics from the album Running Man show themes of external pressure, responsibility, and negative influence. And those are things that I have personally have experience with, and I believe that's why it resonated with me so much. According to Jaxon's Spotify artist page, he's known for his raw emotion and lyricism, and that's definitely the case with some of the songs like Runberg and Tenfold. And it's also a case with all the other songs in the album. It's just a great album if you look at it from those standpoints. So the production side of the album is one of the most important, especially to someone like me. I have a small background in music. I said before that I'm not an expert. I don't really consider myself an expert either. I definitely do dabble in a little bit of music production. I make the beats that you hear in these videos, whether being the Enter the Underground theme at the start and end of each video, or the little themes that take place in each part of the video. I feel that it allows me to enjoy some of these albums a lot better because I look at them through a producer's mind. Especially with the first song on the album, Runberg. The production of it reminds me of a song that I heard a while ago. I'm pretty sure it's called Get the Change by Knowledge. It's a wonderful beat around one of Meek Mill's old freestyles. And if you haven't listened to it, I highly suggest you check it out. I find that the production of this album is the best part, and it's really what stood out to me when I first listened to this album earlier this year. So Jaxon is known for his jazz sampling and those other instruments around that. One of the songs called My Mind had a great jazz sample, and all of the other songs around it have great instruments in that genre. There's a lot of nice saxophones and violins surrounding all of these beats, and it just truly amazes me what he's able to do with this 10-song album. I could talk about the production all day, but I truly want to move on to my final thoughts of the album. So in conclusion, this album is clearly one of the best from this year, just based off the thought-provoking lyrics, the atmospheric production, and the thematic resonance. I feel like it's truly a standout from this year, and I feel like this truly could have been an album of the year contender if we get more people to listen to this album and on Jaxon as a whole. If I were to give this album a ranking on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like I would firmly place it as a 10. I feel like this is the best album I've listened to this year, and like I said, this could be an album of the year candidate. So I'll be back once I find another great album like this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could leave a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you soon. See ya.